guys, welcome back to the Savant Life, and I am back much sooner than expected, and the reason for that is 2017 is off to a great start. First with KTM introducing the brand new versions of their KTM RC390 and RC200 series, and now just a week later Yamaha has decided to kick up a storm by teasing a launch of their own. While they've remained tight-lipped about the details and haven't really given out a name, it's fairly safe to assume from reliable sources that the new bike is going to be the Yamaha FZ 250. Now, let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, way back in the day when I used to be a kid in the 90s, the first bike to ever catch my fancy, the first bike to ever capture my imagination was a beautiful, brand new, shimmering red Yamaha RX 100, which belonged to a neighbor of mine. In fact, such was my fascination with this bike that every day after school I would religiously stand in the balcony just to get a glimpse of this bike. Now, of course, many years later, I went on to buy my very own Yamaha FZ16, which I've been riding ever since, and I'm totally committed to this bike because let's not forget, especially if you're on the younger side, much before the KTM Dukes and much before the Pulsar 200s, there was only one lord of the streets, and that was the Yamaha FZ16.
So believe me when I tell you this, that I cannot wait to see what Yamaha has up their sleeve when they finally launch the FZ250 on January 24th, 2017. Now, there are not too many details available about the bike. Yamaha has been very tight-lipped about it. In fact, it isn't even sure if the bike is going to have a 200cc or a 250cc engine, but I would personally prefer it if they were to launch a quarter-litre bike that is priced sensibly for the Indian markets. So let's talk about the few things that we actually do know about the bike. As you can very clearly see from the spy shots available online, the bike is going to be sitting on a diamond-shaped frame, and it's not too hard to tell that a lot of the styling elements have been taken from the M-Slaz. Now, in case you're wondering what the hell an M-Slaz is, it is essentially nothing but a naked version of the R15, which is predominantly sold in the Indonesian and Thai markets. Well, apart from that, the bike has a very aggressive... Oh, hang on for a second. Do you see just how open the road is? This has probably not happened ever in the history of Bangalore. I'm so impressed right now. My mind is literally blown to smithereens. But anyways, back to our review. As you can probably make out, the bike has a very typical street fighter look to it, and it's also going to have an upright riding posture, much like the one that I'm riding right now. In addition to that, it's going to have shorter foot pegs at the back. It is going to have split seats, an LED tail light, and it is going to come with a stubby muffler exhaust which receives silver casing. Now, in addition to that, what is expected is the bike will receive a single-cylinder oil-cooled 249cc engine, which is the same one that Yamaha uses for its Phaser 250 in Brazil. It will be interesting to see if they actually tinker around with the engine to put out a higher BHP, and also rumor has it that in India the bike will be mated with a 6-speed gearbox, and in spite of all of that, it is still expected to receive a BS4 emission certification, which is great news because we all need to do our bit for the environment. What is also interesting to note is that the Yamaha FZ250 is expected to be the largest displacement bike that is manufactured completely in India by Yamaha, and that is going to go a long way in terms of ensuring that they're able to price this bike competitively in the Indian markets. It is also important to note that the Yamaha FZ250 does not come with ABS. The company has decided to give it a skip, and that's not very surprising because I'm sure they're trying everything possible to make sure that they can keep the price of the bike down. Now, all in all, I think it would be a win for Yamaha and enthusiasts like me if they were able to price the bike between the 1.4 to 1.5 lakh range, but something tells me that it might turn out to be wishful thinking. All in all, I have to say, things look really exciting in the Indian biking scene in 2017. Bajaj just set a new benchmark by launching the Dominar 400, which by the way is an incredible value for money package. And if you go by that logic, you would think the Yamaha FZ250 would struggle to make a mark. But you don't buy a bike on the basis of paper specifications and practicality alone. Your heart plays a major role, and like some would say, nobody quite revs the heartstrings like a Yamaha.
So that about does it for me and this video. I hope you guys liked it and found it useful. If you did, then as always hit the like button and share the video with your social network, your friends, your family, basically anyone who might find it useful. And oh, by the way, if this is your first time around at the Savant Life, then do not forget to hit that subscribe button, because like I always say, it only takes a second. I will see you the next time around. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and as always, ride safe.
Jallikattu, baby! Oh yeah.